Let's get started. So today we're going to try and do some scanf. We're going to try this 32-bit. Alright, so last time we did printint. We figured out that if we're going to do 32-bit, that we got to use a macro. I'm wondering if I can export my macro. Let's try that. Okay, so if I put it in iao.asm, I should be able to put it in here. Ooh. And then in our assembly, we probably need to say that's extern. Go ahead and make. Alright, so if we do that and call printint, it should print off. So that's an EBX, move, EAX, EBX. So this should put it in EBX if I recall correctly. Open that up. So it does a call to getGot, which is an address, and then pops that into EBX, and then it adds that address to the address in the global offset table. So, okay. So we go in here. That should print off the address. Warning, line 21. Print line 21. That's our getGot. Well, let's see. Let's see what NASM says. NASM macro. Redefine a macro. Well, Not sure how you export them. Multi-line macros, overloading, labels, parameters, default. This is a pain. I mean, I said it was. Did it like I did the other. Global. Wondering if I. Oh, that's annoying. Label alone on a line without a colon may be an error. Unless I also need to do this. Try that. Oh. Oh, that was a boneheaded move. There we go. So I do get a warning, I think. Warning, label alone on a line might, without a colon, might be an error. Not sure if that'll help it. I mean, if we go and look at a build of this. debugger. Doesn't look like it's doing it there. That's interesting. What are we doing today? We are going to try and call scanf. So I was trying to reuse my getGot, but I wonder if we can just make it a function instead of a. It doesn't look like it called it. So let's go back. So let's make a. Should close all these files I'm not using. All right. So we have a macro that does this, but we might as well make a function. So this one uses EBX. We could write one that uses EAX. Okay, so I need a new label, I think. I'm guessing so on a macro. So we can pop EAX. We can add EAX. The global offset table. And then the current location minus getGot with respect to the program counter. All right. So our getGot EAX, we will do a this is a function. So I should be able to export a function, and then we can use that. So that will be in our global. I shouldn't have to extern that. I should just be able to say, I'll get my global offset in EAX, and then that will be exported here. And then this should say that's an external function. I don't need to add to do it now. so we're getting an error. Oh, this has got to be a call. But not taking a warning. Okay, why is it? Oh, get got. A. B, A. Oh. Guess I should call this A. That will make it better. Call pop. Yeah, that seems right. Oh, I don't need a colon after it. 36. Oh, ret. Oh, my C. Oh. Oh, did I? I accidentally took that out of there. Put that back. Put it back where it goes. Oh. Okay, that was not cool. Okay, so now that's defined. 40. I don't need to say EX. Huzzah! Got something. So now in our ASM function, we don't need that. Call. It's a function. All right, so we're getting random values, and if we go and debug it, see, and this is doing the same thing. This x86 get PC thunk.ax, I believe, is putting it in EAX, and it's doing an add to the offset. So let's go into this function. We'll go into our other function, which is going to call the function below it, pop EAX, and then add the offset. There we go. Okay. So I think this will be a useful function we'll want to use. Okay. So if we go to Godbolt and we call scanf with a %d, give the address of x, include All right. So here we have, so we're going to call our scanf function, which is defined externally. This is, so that's 64 bits. Let's do minus M32. So it's pushing the, well, this is an address. EAX has an address. And then it's pushing our format onto the stack. So we should be able to do those things. And we'll go ahead and make a function. They gave us a bunch of stuff here. Okay. I'll just take the prologue. All right, so if we have a string, int format is %d. So let's push EAX, pop EA. Well, we'll put it in EAX, so I guess I'm not going to save EAX. So we'll call get got. So that's our address, and if we look at our example here, okay. So here it was using EBX. We can actually use EAX. So EAX is going to get trashed here. It'll have the address of the global offset in there. Then we can go ahead and we can use the same instruction. It should work. So here it said print int format. We're just going to do, well, maybe we'll call this scan int format. So we go ahead and load that address. So that is our scanning format. We're going to define a location for this. So let's just use the stack. Sub ESP4. Got to do the same. Add ESP4. Load effective address of EBP -4. That looks good. Into EAX, push EAX, push EAX. All right, so this is in 32-bit. We have to push our parameters on. And we should be able to call scanf. I can spell. All right, so I pushed on two things. I will add 8. I could just change this to 12, but I'm trying to keep my code sort of clean. So our result should be in EBP -4. So I need to do move EAX the value at EBP -4. But I should do that. I mean, to make it look good, I should put it here. All right. So we'll reserve space for our local variable int being 32 bits. Go ahead and So question, by the way, shouldn't we align the stack before calling standard library functions? So on that question, I think it might be okay for a 32-bit function calling them. I might be wrong, but a lot of times the 32-bit ones it didn't matter on, but I guess we'll see. So that's a good point. We will look at that when we'll debug that and see. I'm trying to write a library function, so of course we will call read. So we'll figure it out. You might be right. I thought about it as well, but I think it should be okay. All right, scanf. And I'm going to make a so printf and scanf should be there in the standard library, and then these are all things that we wrote. Yes. Scanf should be in reference to the PLT. All right, so let's call print int. Results should be in EAX. So if I type 32, I get back 32. Yeah, and the question about aligning the stack, it's an issue with security. So they try and make it harder for people to attack it on security, and also calling things on even byte boundaries, I think, makes the processor sort of more efficient. So they try and have tried to do that in future ones. Like as they've updated, they've made these additional requirements. All right, so this should be able to go in here. So extern scanf. So if we cut that out, and now extern readint, and we'll go ahead and pull our format. Oh, stupid copy paste. Okay. So this should be, I'll comment this out. We might use it again. undefined reference to read int. Extern read int. Oh, I probably didn't say global read int. There we go. Hey, another library function. So it wasn't too terrible to do to read int. Yeah, so some processors will crash if you do wrong alignment. I mean, maybe the processor will crash. My guess is the OS will crash. And then ARM, right, has sort of different rules around alignment related to thumb mode and things like that. So we should be able to take all these. Let's see if I can find. Let's see, is this my template? Okay, so 32-bit Intel drop-in replacement. There we go. 32-bit include file. We added our new see, extern print int. I think that should be defined. There we go. Okay. Oh, there we go. Let's define a string. What is your name? Move EAX. Greeting. Call print string. Let's see, what is your fave number? Okay. So here we can save. So num number is 0. Move EAX into number. Move EAX salutation, call print string. Move the value from there into EAX, call print int. Let's see. Make undefined reference to print string. Okay. Did I not do print string? Oh goodness. No print string. Set up my stack. So print string, I can probably use puts, push EAX. So if my string is on there, I think puts will print a string. Add ESP4. Let's see, will that work? Extern for puts. I already have print string in there, so let's try it. Now the only problem with puts is it puts a new line at the end, I think. I don't like that. Oh, let's use printf. %s, new line. Oh, and I missed that relocation that I forgot. Print string format. So our value's here. Our format string is here. Call printf with respect to the PLT. Did 2 pushes, so I gotta add 8. Which one had my relocation? Well, where did that come from? Well, let's comment out this. Maybe it's probably number. Oh. Let's move into E. So pick one, EDX. Okay. This should be relative though. We'll comment it out. Let's see. Is that my problem? Nope. Are you my problem? Nope. Are you my problem? Possibly. Should be default rel. Which would this be with respect to? Position independent code. PLT. Sim. I think this is the only thing I got. Yeah, that's what it doesn't like. Well, this is fun. So it should be an ELF32. So we got Global offset table offset. That's what it likes. Okay. Well, let's do them one at a time. So these should all be that way. This is a pain. Oh, jeez. Okay, so this got it in EX, so I need this as well. It did not like that. So that's a legit word, but it doesn't like that. I feel like got PC should be right. Where are we dying? Okay. So step in. So EAX should have. Oh, it has just a. It has a tiny address. That looks like that's in the kernel. Or unmapped. EAX has 2E. I think I gotta add. Oh. 32-bit is a pain. Okay, so EDX has this. So I should be able to say add EAX EDX. I'm just going to call print string and see. Golly. Oh, okay. God, why does this have to be so painful on 32-bit? Something with externs. I feel like if something is with an extern, it says that like it won't even do it. 32-bit NASM bold pie. Oh, wow. Why is it? Or maybe I should search for pick. looked at this one last time. So they do it for they do it for a variable too. Oh, that's such a pain. Okay, so I moved it into EDX. It should be EDX plus greeting with respect to the global offset table. I already did the adding, so I don't need that. EDX plus greeting with respect to got off. Okay. So this is just a pain. Just terrible. Okay. So like here we can do load let's say EBX, EDX plus number, and then just do EBX. Oh, I got to take out my jump. Jump, no jump. I must have done it wrong. Number is in EBX, move EAX into EBX. That should be right. Load EDX plus salutation into EAX, call print string, move EDX plus number. Well, let's see where it broke. Okay. Next instruction. All right, let's see what is in. Okay, so EAX has this. We're going to copy that into EDX. Okay, so EDX is pointing in global offset table. Next instruction. Load. Oh, EDX has 0. Got destroyed. What destroyed? Oh. Read it. Okay, so let's. think readints destroyed it. After that, I don't care. Okay. Oh, stop it. Okay. Break ASM, main, run. Next instruction. EDX has. Let's right size this. Points to the global offset table. Okay. Next instruction. EDX points to 0. So it got destroyed. But if I next instruction, oh, I gotta push it here. Missed that one. Yep, push to the stack. Okay, pop EDX. May quit. Make. Oh, this is. EDX. Global offset table. Great. Push, call, pop. EDX. Global offset table. Push, call, pop. Okay. LEA. EBX points somewhere. Push, call. Okay, so call print string. Oh, let's see. Call print string. Load into EAX, EDX plus salutation. Go to breakpoint bar. EDX points go off the table. LEA EDX plus 51. I used LEA for the other ones. Yeah. Okay, so EAX, and it points to the string. Did I not? Nope. It's got a terminator. Print string. That's our value. Then override it with our call. It should be fine. Load into EAX plus print string format. Then push that. Let's see, let's run it. Nope. So I didn't need to sub more. See, my first print string worked. All right, I use print string. And I know what points to it. I wouldn't think this would make a difference, but Newman doesn't even like that. Push. That's my second print. It seems to be crashing. Let's see if we can solve this before we quit our stream. Push, pop. Now let's comment out these, see if that messes it up. All right, so what is using EBX? Like nothing. Unless it has to be not sure why EBX. I'm not even using EBX. But I did notice that it was pointing to the same thing. So when you look here, EBX is pointing to the same location. Now, that one's using EAX. Interesting. So you have a question. How am I calling your assembler from C? So that does have to do with the exports and the externs. So if you, so we'll open this up. So in your assembly, if you do sort of two things, you can call it, well, three. So I'm going to call my ASM main. And so I declare that as a global, as in that it will be exported. I typically put it in the text segment. I don't think you have to. You also need to make sure that you adhere to the C standard. So you got to, push your registers that you're using other than EAX and pop them at the end. So as long as you do that and accept arguments in the same way, then your C code can basically say that it does a prototype and says this is a function. It does whatever parameters you want to do. Int or whatever your return type will be an EAX. The name of your function will be the same, and then you can either give it arguments or you don't have to, but those arguments will be pushed onto the stack for you when you call it from there. So, and then in the make process, so it will build the ASM, so it'll build this .o file. And then when you are building, so that .o file as well as the io.o file for input output. So those are part of the, I believe the $+ gives you that. Yeah. And so those are built before, and so it knows, it will see those symbols when it goes to build main. So that's kind of how that works. Yeah, I think it was using EBX for something, and I'm not quite sure. Don't called functions use EDX? Yeah, called functions can use EDX. But I don't remember on the ABI 32-bit. So that's Microsoft's. But I'm surprised that printf failed with it. Not sure what printf was assuming. I think we're using standard call. But yeah, that's probably right. But the one that got me was EBX. So like there should have been no, I called printf and I had to push EBX. So I'm not sure what was referencing EBX, because I don't think I even referenced it at all in my code. I mean, other than me destroying it. And I saw it as pointing to the global offset table. unless printf is set up to use EBX for the global offset, which I did see it getting set up. So if we break in main, we should see it. No, it is using. So it's calling it to get it in EAX, and then it's copying it to EBX, and then calling the main function, my function. So I'm not sure if I don't think it was a regular C function. I think because I didn't get the stuff printed. So I feel like it seems like it's being required in print string or some other spot. But all right, well, I got other work I probably should go do, so I will let you guys go, and we will talk to you later. Bye, guys.